It started as a love story, full of hope. Two young dreamers chasing a better life. But behind closed doors, what seemed like love was slowly turning into fear. This is the heartbreaking story of Maya Clark, a woman who loved deeply, trusted too much, and whose warnings were ignored until it was too late. Maya Clark was just 22, living in the quiet town of Marlow. She worked at a local ice cream shop, saving every tip toward her dream to become a nurse. Her friends called her Bean, a nickname she carried from childhood, full of warmth and laughter. Everyone who met Maya said the same thing. She had a gentle heart and a habit of taking care of others before herself. Maya met Aaron Brooks when she was 19. They had an instant connection, both dreamers, both trying to find stability. But soon, their love became complicated. Aaron struggled with substance use and emotional instability. Their relationship went through breakups, reconciliations, and long nights of worry. Friends noticed bruises, but Maya always had an explanation. She believed things could get better. She believed in him.
On 8th June 2023, Maya texted her mom saying she couldn't sleep. She sounded anxious but tried to stay positive. Earlier that night, she picked up Aaron from his uncle's house and drove straight to her house. That became the last time anyone saw her alive. By morning, everything had changed. Maya's mother, Karen, discovered her daughter was no more. She's gone and gone forever, and her world was shattered into 1,000 pieces. Neighbors later said they heard muffled arguments from their flat at night and thought it was just like other nights. But this time, it was different. The reality hit her hard, like 1,000 tornadoes. Her world would never be the same again.
Detectives worked tirelessly to piece together the final hours of Maya Clark's life. CCTV footage from the apartment complex revealed Aaron leaving the building shortly after midnight, a hood pulled over his head, carrying what looked like a white laundry basket. At first glance, it seemed ordinary, but detectives noticed his nervous glances at the camera and the hurried pace of his walk. Later that morning, a construction worker at a nearby site reported finding a bundle of suspicious items in a large metal skip behind a convenience shop, including a blood-stained towel and a broken phone screen. Forensic teams were called immediately. When the evidence was compared with what was missing from Maya's flat, everything pointed in one direction. Aaron Brooks was officially named the prime suspect. 2 days later, police tracked him down to a small rented flat in Dudley, just outside Birmingham, where he was quietly arrested in the early hours of the morning. The discovery sent shockwaves through the town of Marlow, a community that had once seen Maya and Aaron as just another young couple in love. Months after the tragedy, Marlow Crown Court became the center of attention. Reporters, families, and ordinary people all gathering to witness the end of a story that had shaken the town to its core. Inside the packed courtroom, the air was thick with silence. Every eye turned to the defendant, Aaron Brooks, pale and hollow-eyed, sitting between two officers. His hands trembled slightly as he stared at the floor, barely listening to the proceedings. Across the room, Karen Clark, Maya's mother, sat in the front row, dressed in simple black mourning clothes, clutching a framed photo of her daughter and a small locket. Beside her were Maya's father, David Clark, his face rigid with grief, and Maya's younger sister, Ellie Clark, quietly wiping tears from her cheeks. The judge, Justice Edward Collins, read through the charges in a calm, deliberate voice. 2 counts of murder, concealment of evidence, and abuse. The evidence was overwhelming. The court heard how Aaron's unchecked mental struggles and violent outbursts had spiraled beyond control. But even in that explanation, no justification could undo what had been done. When the sentence was finally pronounced, life imprisonment with a minimum of 30 years, a faint gasp rippled through the courtroom. Karen buried her face in her hands as David placed an arm around her shoulders. Across the room, Aaron's mother wept quietly, knowing she had lost her son in a different way. After the verdict, Maya's family stepped outside into the drizzle, facing a crowd of journalists and supporters gathered by the court steps. With trembling hands, Karen lifted a microphone and said, "If someone tells you they're scared, believe them. Don't ignore it. Please, just believe them." Her words echoed across Marlow. That evening, hundreds gathered in the town square for a candlelight vigil. Candles flickered beneath umbrellas as people held flowers, photos, and notes of love. The sound of quiet sobbing mixed with the soft hum of rain. Maya Clarke's story became more than just tragedy. It became a warning, a voice for those who suffer in silence, a reminder that real love should never hurt, and silence saves no one.